Good morning, everybody. Welcome back. Third installment. It's got selections here for Sunday, July 13th. For the actual play, quick recap of what happened yesterday. Had a nice win in baseball with the Marlins and Orioles game under 9 runs at minus 108 on FanDuel. Never in doubt, Baltimore didn't score in the entire game, flew under. So nice winner. Look for the winner here on Sunday. For the actual play, the reminder, if you want picks, check out the winners, runners, and that's the website to do so. Use promo code WEH4US12 to core purchase. Plus, a reminder, hit the like button and subscribe to those runners and that's all you channels. For the play, though, going to baseball again, match between the Rays and the Red Sox, taking place at around 1:30 p.m. Eastern Time. And for this game, we're feeling a bit contrarian today. Going to go with Brian Bayo. Going to go with his under 17.5 outs at plus 116 on Caesars. Time of recording of 1 a.m. Eastern Time. The cover's going to go with the under outs here for Bayo. First reason, he's actually been really good lately. However, that can work against him in this case because last start, he was so good, he threw a complete game. In fact, he threw 107 pitches, and Boston has been letting him throw a ton of pitches recently. He's thrown at least 104 pitches in 3 of his last 4 starts. This is, of course, the final game for Boston before the All-Star break. I can see a world where Boston eases his workload, gives him a bit of, I'd say, much-needed rest mid-start, potentially, pulling him early and letting him potentially recover for the second half of a playoff push. But you're looking at Boston in general being in a good spot bullpen-wise because Crochet was great on Saturday. Complete game shutout. So you're looking at Boston's bullpen being fully available for the final game before a decently long layoff. And you're looking at a good spot where Bayo might be pulled early at around 80-something pitches, just trying to give his arm a rest after having a ton of workload recently, throwing 104-plus pitches in 3 of his last 4 starts. But you're looking at the numbers that Tampa has against Bayo. They've been really good against him. So there is a chance Bayo gets shelled in this game, too. Tampa's active batters of 103 plate appearances against Bayo, a 340 batting average, and a 379 on base. So once again, a couple ways to get there. Bayo could struggle in general against an offense that has torched him in his career. Or Bayo can go decently, but at the same point, his pitch count could probably get into the 80s by the 5th inning or so, and you see Boston pull him because they might want to give him a bit of rest after throwing a complete game in his last outing. Do think, though, Bayo, with the recent hit rate towards the over, it might look like a very short number. However, the actual line's been dropping lately. It was 135. Now it's down to 115 in most spots. I found a 116, so I'll take that. But point is, we have seen a lot of money coming in on the under for Bayo. Does feel like a pretty solid contrarian angle. I'll fade the pitcher who is off a complete game. With the long layoff on deck, I think Boston will be very, very, I'd say, generous when it comes to limiting his workload here. And I do think Bayo will pitch a lot shorter than people expect. Give me the under for his outs as the play because of it. So once again, the play today here for Sunday, July 13th is going to be on Brian Bayo. Going to go with his under 17.5 outs at plus 116 on Caesars. Bye, everyone.